And then I'm going to quickly make the Rockets event page. And then we will begin. Hello. I forgot what I was going to do. And then duplicate event slash hot 91. Wait. What's up? I'm doing Adust versus Taylor. I'm not doing you versus Julian. I'm probably not doing that till my next analysis stream, which is probably going to be Thursday, or not Thursday. It's probably going to be Friday. That'd be my guess. Unless I, like, randomly come home early on Thursday. Yeah, sorry. Unless for some reason, there's almost no way I'm finishing this quickly, because I'm probably going to stop streaming around like 11 or 11:30, or basically whenever the set's over, so it won't be for a little while. Maybe, actually, if you go to workshop, I can do it in person. Yeah, it's true. I might be able to do it in person for you, and that would probably be like way easier. Yeah, okay, I don't really blame you. But yeah. I need to... who the fuck are you? God, there's so many random messages all of a sudden. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Sorry, I need to fucking find a fucking event page banner. Can someone suggest one? Oh, what's up, Logan? About to start this set whenever my client gets here. God, I just need to find fucking... Alright. Our SSVM wallpaper. Which one are we using? Can we use this one? Oh, it's actually too small, I think. This seems good. Yeah, buddy. I said, but I never feel like I was... Oh, word. Yeah, honestly, like... Usually, even really bad sets with what seems like are really obvious mistakes, like, there is a lot to learn in any given scenario. And this is something I talked about a lot last night, actually. Is that even if a decision is bad, there's usually some sort of condition or some reason why you picked it anyway, and it's sometimes just good enough to, like, although you're playing bad, there's probably a reason why you picked an option, and maybe you kind of can find something out about the scenario that you wouldn't normally. Yeah, I will promise not to do that, Guido. You have my word. Oh god, what did I just name the file? Oh, there it is. But yeah, I mean, if you ever do find a set, I would be more than happy to. Even if it's like Marth Mario, like fuck it, I'll try my best to find something to talk about. I'm sure, like, even with the matchup I don't know anything about, it's usually not that hard to find something to talk about. Bada bing, bada boom. There's something around with Super Smash or there's something that rhymes with boom that's relevant. So I'm just gonna type bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Okay, cool. Damn, Dust still isn't here. That's real nice of him. God damn it. Okay, I since I told him that I was gonna do it right after this set, that set I just did, I would give him an extra 5 minutes. But if he doesn't show up within another 5 minutes, then I'll just start your set, Josiah, if you're still around, because I have to let him know who's gonna do it. My viewer count just went up, so I'm assuming he maybe. No, he's not in the chat. Suspicious. God, what do I do now? I hate waiting. Got 5 minutes. Let's play music, I guess. Oh. Fuck. Oh, there it is. Hello. Adust is here. Cool. Alright. Yeah, you almost missed it. Alright. These matchups are all mostly unfamiliar with me. But, we're gonna try. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ha, 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 ha. What the hell? Okay, Marth Peach. Let's try our best. I will say again, ahead of time, very unfamiliar with these matchups, so I'll probably have to look at a scenario and repeat it over and over again to kind of theory craft an answer. And hopefully I can just point out really obvious things that keep happening, and maybe we can learn more from that. So let's go. What's the start? Damn. All right. For that back air, oh gosh, okay. So I'm assuming the reason why it mostly is used in this spot, like it seems like pretty strong if they dash in, like maybe down tilt. That's what it's mainly going to be beating. I'm just gonna say kind of right from the get-go. From my experience, Taylor is not a down tilter. He's a lot more focused on fairs and aerials in general, and you can even see like he kind of like beats himself up because he's not a very grounded Marth, and that's probably why. So that's why I think in this scenario it doesn't really work. And most of the time, like against Taylor, you're probably gonna be focused more on like letting him jump and like kind of dash dancing outside the range of the fair, and then getting dash attacks off with punishes, or maybe like trying to up air in between the fairies or something like that. That's just like the first thing that comes to mind right off the get-go. Also, what happened? Actually, wait, I'm gonna rewind for the stage strike sequence to see what happened. Okay, so Taylor bans first, he bans Dreamland, you ban FD. You probably have to strike the battlefield in this matchup. That'd be my guess. Like, I don't think you're supposed to let Yoshi alive. You might win the game too, but like, just a quick criticism. I think you can force Battlefield Fountain in that spot. Do you like it? I mean, okay. I mean, I can't. If you got preference, you have more magic knowledge than me. I'll let it. I can only say from an outsider that the close blast zones and like you do need kind of some space for the turnips, but it could also just be like a playstyle preference, and that's fine too. Moving on. Dash attack here. Again, this seems more like strong against grounded Mars who are like going really hard and down tilt and shit, and it would have been him if he grabbed. But again, fair, he's like a really heavy fair type of Mars, so we'll see how much that. Let's see if you can change your play based around that, because I'm sure you're gonna pick it up eventually. That he's like, yeah, he's basically only fair, and you're not really going for the down tilts that much. Yeah, I can't really talk about much about most of these sequences. Again, let's just replace that. Yeah, and here, like, this dash attack is just like, he's just so happened to no impact on the platform, because, like, I think you have the right positioning too to like whiff punish him if he did like, if he does bear, like early bear, you would have beaten it with this dash attack, I think. And it kind of just puts you in the position to punish it anyway, which is kind of funny. Yeah. Part of me kind of wants to say that, I mean, dash attacking the tech in place is like obviously strong. It just kind of sucks you have to give up this scenario too, like if your tech rolls away, right? Like dash attack like hard covers tech in place, but nothing really else, or like maybe miss tech too. I was kind of thinking here you go float cancel aerial to cover tech in place, and then follow it up with the dash attack to cover tech roll away. That might be like too. Peach might be too slow to do all that, but I was gonna go back to a point where if you do a float cancel aerial and you wave dash back, or like you kind of stand still, that would have been the wake up fair here, right? And instead of like you having to jump out of the way, like jumping here, like, wait, oh, did he do force smash? Oh, he does fair. Never mind. I was like not paying attention. See, because like here, like he does the fair, and like then you start up like the jump, like while he's jumping up and fairing. And so you're not really in a position to like hard punish it, right? As opposed to like if you're here, you wave dash back, or like if you never shield in the first place, because you don't have to if you do like flow cancel nair here, and then like wait. I do really feel like you can do flow cancel nair dash attack tech chasing, assuming you can't, because I'm pretty sure like I really don't know what I'm talking about with that. You do flow cancel nair, you're already in position where you're outside the range of a fair, and so if he commits the fair, then you can either like nair in between the fair, or you can just dash attack the landing and dash. Oh yeah, right. But if you're doing this, then like you can't true punish. There's like another like neutral sequence here. Here also, like up air, force the double jump. God, she's a floating. Never mind. Are you fast falling after the up air too? Oh no, you float. Okay. So what I recommend here, force the jump, fast fall, get to the ground really quick if you can, because I'm pretty sure right here you don't fast fall and you float instead. But get to the ground, and either dash back, so like you're outside the range of the back air, I guess, in this spot, but it might be hard. Okay, you kind of have to. Let me review again. Go up air. Okay, actually, you might want to dash forward too. I don't know. It just sucks because like you're not. Peach is slow, so you really have to commit to one side, and it's hard to react to the drift. In Perfect World Melee, where you knew everything that was going to happen, it was correct to dash to the right side and then try to dash attack the fair punish, or the fair whiff. But because he drifts left, now it's hard to punish the to be outside the range of it. And so like you're kind of stuck in this spot. Maybe if you don't float, you'll be fine anyway. Yeah, because you like basically you both drift to the left, so now you're kind of stuck in this awkward spot. Maybe the answer is to up air again. It feels kind of ugly, but maybe up air would have worked here. I'm not sure. My instinct tells me like in a like let's say if you're playing a fast fall or like force the jump, fast fall, and just like immediately, or honestly, not even playing fast fall, or just playing a character with like a reasonable amount of speed. And maybe with this jump, you were able to you'd be able to react a lot better. Okay, so yeah. By the time you really do have to pay attention to which direction he jumped, or like which direction he might be going, and use any small cue you get to like kind of choose a position. So like by the time he's up here, because he's like slightly more left centered, like that might be like the reason to like really push to do right drift and dash to the right and then stay out range of everything. Especially since you up air to the right side, right? Oh no, you drift back. Fuck. I guess really like you're just positioned closer to the right side and like you're gonna be like under the platform, right? So like, oh, but you're already drifting to the left. Damn. All right, this situation sucks. It just sucks because if you're both drifting the same direction, then Marth basically wins the spot, and so it's really hard to set up like a shark situation. And this is just Marth being Marth. Okay. I'll probably be talking more about the turnip situations. I feel like you're pretty competent enough to like know when to do like the turnips or like when to pull turnips. So I'm probably not gonna be going over too much, but maybe I'll try to point out a few situations where you might be able to pull turnip. Maybe, if you don't already do it. Cause that's like I know that's pretty like kind of like Peach's best tool in the matchup is turnip. Okay. Here. Oh my god, I don't know why it like jumps like that sometimes. So dash attack. Yeah, I think the only issue I have, I think it's fine to float fair. I don't like the positioning of the fair. Because this fair beats like him landing sort of in this area, right? But like obviously like he jumps up pretty high, like does he full hop? Or he double jumps there. I just feel like my main issue with the fair like covers a spot that I feel like is unlikely to really be relevant. Like maybe if he doesn't fall off the stage and he like dashes in, like that might be an option for this fair to hit, but I feel like something like this, like with a soft like dash attack that hits, like you're gonna be looking more to aim for like the side platform, like right where he does end up landing. I guess there is a spot where he does double jump fair kind of later, and he like kind of lands here-ish. Oh, I see. Yeah. Like if he fast falls like past the ledge, or maybe if he grabs the ledge and does an instant fair, this is what this kind of looks like it's aiming against. I guess it's kind of like, again, instinct with Taylor is like he does double jump really early, so like my instinct usually is to cover like side platform area or like to just like assume he's grabbing the ledge and just like wait, because I feel like you do this like pretty preemptively, and I think with just reaction I'd be able to just. Or maybe it's just like a positioning thing instead. So like maybe once I'm here, I wave dash down, or like I just look, right? And then if I see the double jump, then I do full hop nair by now, right? Instead of like I'm full hop, like I'm in float now, and I'm like, it still seems like you're still trying to cover this spot when it's like pretty unlikely that's happening. So yeah, I'm not really even sure like exactly what point I'm trying to get at, other than like I think it was just possible to cover this on reaction, but also that this seemed somewhat unlikely to even like be an area that needed to be covered. I do understand that like the setup is like, oh, if you whiff here, whatever, just crouch cancel, right? But like, yeah, Marth does have that down air spot. Yeah, you could up airs, nair, whichever. Okay. I think in general, if you're sniping the double jump, then you should be definitely doing nair. That sucks. I've been there before too. But yeah, you should be doing Nair, because like if you do up air, he might survive, but if you do Nair, he's like dead. Not like a actual like blast zone kill, but he's marked that double jump, like he's dead. This is really unfortunate. Yeah, by here, I guess it's because Lorando, you're a little bit scared, but like I probably would still just try to Marth kill her. And then again, Peach really can't just like be lazy. I forgot. It's just unfortunate. Kind of. I think this is the second time you get hit by it for rolling out the corner. So maybe. So we might have to look at that. Oh, I forgot. You just roll out the corner whenever you want to. I forgot. I completely forgot about our friendlies on Wednesday. Oh, I forgot. She can't Marth kill her. She just has to have good invincibility timing. Okay. Okay, good recovery. Small thing I'm gonna probably pay attention to a little bit too is how often you get hit. Is how often you're gonna get hit for this double jump out of the down throws and shit. It might not be that big of an issue, but we'll see. Turn up. Invincibility. Oh, we got lucky. You have to down smash. I think up air is correct. Nair gets crouch canceled a lot easier. Granted, I think up air gets crouch canceled too, technically, but I just like the idea of up air more just because I think it's less likely to get crouch canceled. Or like, okay, no, I take it back. I think if you do good DI on Nair, or like, even if you don't crouch cancel Nair, right? Like I think it sends some outwards and like it might, right, it has a better reward. But Nair like he might not connect to down smash, but up air I feel like if he doesn't air dodge, would have definitely like connected. So I like that. I just like that idea. You should full hop up air here, I think. Dash attack, like you want to do full hop up air, right? Or like full hop up air, double jump cancel up air, I guess. But doing short hop Nair like or short hop up air, you're definitely not gonna get anything because you can't reach that high enough. What's up, Mason? This is like pretty much the same as doing like it's like Sheik. Oh, not Sheik. Sheik kind of, yeah. Like with Fox, like you can kind of like Fox you want to do full hop up air, but like Fox like you can also get away with doing short hop up air because he's Fox and he's fast faller. But like with Sheik, I guess is a better example. Like if you do a rising short hop up air, and you assuming you're forced to land, I don't think you are, but like let's just pretend you have to. It's harder to get the second up air, but if you do a rising up air into a second up air, then like you're gonna get it instead. So small thing. Okay, let's see. He just got it right, whatever. There might be some spacing thing that like it's I guess like here like you're baiting up tilt, right? And then like you drift here, you just like reacts good enough. I don't know how to recover with Peach, honestly, so I am always right. Good call. Again here, right? Off stage, and you're doing like you're float canceling or doing float here, like you lose the ability to cover the side platform, and I think that's a really big deal. And that might be what I was also trying to articulate earlier. It was like by floating, you're like conceding the side platform, and I think that could really hurt, right? As opposed to if you're like right, like you can cover them landing on stage without going into float. Like it's unnecessary to preemptively float here. I think it just limits your options more than anything. I don't know. I mean, part of me just wants to say like I think the super duper extra good player thing is to do float cancel, like to double jump cancel here. just because like you want to land immediately. Like you like double jump cancel nair down smash would be my guess. Instead of like right, because if you do a rising thing, like that's like punishable by shield drop, and also you just like don't get anything. Like it only gets something if you can actually connect, as opposed to like nair down smash would like if a nair hits like whatever, like nair hits him off stage, but like if down smash connects whatever you hit him. I guess like I don't know, I just feel like nair into down smash has like more reward if you hit shield or if you hit. Actually, it has slightly less reward if you actually connect, but maybe not. I'm not sure if you can even get anything off the up air at this percent. I don't know. Peach combos, unsurprisingly. I hate how YouTube skips around like that. I don't know. This is me going by what I know about Marth Nair more than it is about Sheik, but like in general, this is like the Nair hitbox, something like this, right? And so this entire area right here is like kind of the weak spot. So I would imagine that if you're trying to combat the Marth shit, like or Marth like aerial, the float height is probably somewhere closer to up here to where you can kind of come down and target this area, or okay, rather it's this area. So I think by floating down here, it kind of like made you fall into you floating right here kind of made you fall into the Marth hitbox. So I think in general it's awkward too because like the range that gets above the nair also is like kind of gets hit by the fair anyway, but like the height that you chose also got hit by fair, so it's probably better to float a little bit higher. That's all I'm really getting at, like go like higher. Okay, actually that was probably irrelevant too because like he did like an in place nair, which is different, and you came down with fair anyway. Eh. I was wrong, I guess. It's an idea though. Good. Can't fault you there. I think I see you trying to go for up air here. I think if you're breaking out of combos, you just kind of have to nair. Because up air like hits like above you and shit, but like nair like it's outward. But you might have missed anyway, but you probably just have to nair if you're breaking out. Jesus Christ. I'm still not the biggest fan of this fair placement. I just think it hits so little. Okay, actually it hits him if he lands. Kind of. I like my instinct is to like just instead of going float, like I'm just like running off and like getting into this position here. Or like I guess like around here, right? So like if he like sharks, or I can like if he lands on the platform in the area, I can kind of hit him with like a nair, I think. Or if he like goes straight down, then I can like dash attack with like dash and dash attack. And maybe this position's not that great if he just like lands on the ground and like maybe just throws a hitbox here, but I still think there's a positioning that kind of covers both-ish. Like let's see again. We're like run off down here. Actually, what's really good about run off here? Okay, like run off here. Be outside the range of him landing, like where he's landing, right? And then if he throws on aerial, then you can dash attack that. But if he double jumps like he did, then you can throw a turnip here or grab a turnip. I guess he usually go from counter hit, which I don't think he usually speech background. Oh yeah, for the up air, yeah, that makes sense. Like I said here, fall to the ground, be ready to whiff punish the like if he throws on an aerial, like you basically like doing this float fair and like landing here with and being ready to punish with dash attack is kind of the same thing. Except if you're over here, you can also get a turn up if he double jumps instead. Or if you're like, if you just like maybe react really well to the double jump, you might be able to like dash and like nair him for landing on the platform with the back air instead. That would be my kind of estimate. But again, Peach just might be too slow with her ground speed to actually do that. I don't really know. I do think, I'm pretty sure like even I have it correct that if you like just fast or like run off and fast forward here, that you can cover the him landing with an aerial with a dash attack or react to the turnip. I just don't know if you're also able to react to this double jump with like a dash like full hop nair. That might be like a lot harder. But yeah. This nair seems. Yeah, I mean, it beats him running off, I guess. I think it actually is kind of a small important point. I feel like you probably are aware of this, but a lot of people when they land, like there's like two main things. It's like they either drop. I know, right? It was just like the hitbox not active at this point. A lot of people jump here, basically. Like it's kind of like there's two options. Like I feel like people either they drop through, they run off, or they jump. I feel like a lot of people in this spot, when they whiff an aerial, they're kind of looking for people to whiff punish them. So they kind of like full hop in place or like full hop up. Like for example, this, right? Like if you were to like attack him here, then he like jumps here and then he like kind of hits you with like a fair. But yeah, basically all I'm saying is like you might be able to up air like snipe from here. I don't know why. Like I just kind of in this position, I'm usually looking for people to jump, and I think if you do full hop up air, you'll cover run off and short hop pretty like cleanly. Just because like the upper hitbox is like this, and although the nair hitbox should basically do the same thing, I think it's just because like the hitbox of nair is like okay. No, let me screenshot. Nair is like this. Oh, let me get a better color. Peach nair is like this, and then the up air is like that, right? So I think up air just has a little bit better coverage in this spot. Okay. It's just the same spot that keeps getting attacked by your fair. I have a feeling, actually, this is like a result of like Pook or some other Marth you play against a lot that always does like a fair that lands here. And it's just probably like a habit you kind of have to like take out of you. But I feel like you are losing kind of a lot of scenarios because of that. Like here, like I think this is another good spot where you can just like hit center, either pull a turn up if he's waiting too long, or like if he runs off, you can get your dash attack, or if he drops through, then you can get your dash attack. But instead, you kind of like hard cover this option again. And you kind of lose that like sequence because of it. He's gonna grab the ledge, or that. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably still up there, huh? I don't fucking know. I don't know what to do about this part, basically. Down smash is probably wrong though. I think back air is fine. I think it's back air. You can probably just up air again, right? Like I guess like yeah. I'm streaming. Just letting you know. I'm streaming.
Okay. Do you have stuff like
that? I still have it, yeah.
Okay. Michael says just people getting sick, so make sure you wash your hands or use that. I'm going to see. Michael wants to leave at 8:20. Okay. Okay. You're not gonna eat, right? So you eat over there? Okay. Cause I don't want to get up early. I don't want to.
That's fine.
So I might, but.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, it sounds pretty good about it. Ooh. What did this say? Oh, okay. Just like continuation. Yeah. I don't think it's wrong to go for this dash attack, honestly. I think it's important to like still do it. Because like if you just never dash attack, then you know, then they're just gonna be able to run over you all the time. So I actually don't. I'm not that upset. Like I think you got to go for it sometimes. Damn, is he dead? Good job. What was this, like he committed to fair at some point? Or he like downed and then faired? Oh wow, he was just still in the downer. Like, holy shit. Went too hard. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of quick thought I have here is that once you're in this spot, because Martha's like drifting at this point, like you might be able to just like kind of double jump and just drift straight down, or like double jump and like air dodge down at this point because he's full hopping. Like I guess if you know that he's doing this, but maybe if you air dodge, he can just fast fall fair you anyway. That was probably shield drop. No float. I'd be very careful about this nair. I think this just goes back to what I've been saying for a while about aerials from the side platform. I'm sure I've shown you this. It's the zone. If they stay outside the zone, you get hit. Or I mean, I guess you shield it because it's Peach, but it's very dangerous. This might be another scenario where you have to full hop up air. Yeah, full up air, up air. Or maybe you might, if you just draw up air, like you might be able to do like I play songs beside the what is it? Practice with lower organizers. Okay, yeah, that's just hard to hit. As I can do anything about myself, I will. If you have a set, I'll do it for you, and then I'll probably try to talk about how you can do it yourself. I play songs beside the obvious. What is it? Practice fun, like really basic tech skill and like execution. If you can, like, I honestly like recommend people like practice shuffles still. Like it's just important, and like your wave dashes and just like fast falls to the ledge and beating up computers with like random DI and shit. You know, just basic stuff. Like you'll be surprised how many people full hop by accident because they meant to wave dash. And being solid in like all of your basic execution is like it's really important. Because like even people who just swear who they grind tech skill a bunch, they like still fuck up their basic shit. Dedicated practice towards specific tech is a really good idea. Yeah, this is just a little bit early. It's probably just you being a little bit anxious to like, oh god, I can hit him off right now. But yeah, it's usually better to just let them come down, and you have to like let them land first. You let them land first and then go for your up there. For your nair rather. Can't go too early. This nair too. I just don't. This just still targets the runoff shit, and like it's just so fiddle. Oh, he landed. I want to see the. I'm already invested enough, so I want to see the end of this game before I rewind. But good deep breath. Impressive deep breath. Oh, you're fine. Damn. Okay. Alright, see you later, Mason. Let's review it. I think this is where we left it. Like again, like you're very preemptive with this sharking moment. Whenever you're below a platform, like you have to let them aerial, like you have to stay below the platform so like they aerial. Like the point is that like they're trying to hit you for jumping, so like it's important to not jump basically, and just let it happen. Like let them land. This float, this spot here. Again, okay, honestly, like if you just if you were correct, I think you were just assuming he was just gonna like keep dashing back and shit, and so that would have been fine. But he just like he happened to fair. I think it's reasonable to like go for it. Where the shield poked. I'm surprised you couldn't get second. I think you can get second air here, huh? Maybe not. I feel like there might be a positioning of the first nair that lets you get the second nair guaranteed if they air dodge through. Oh my god. I hate this skipping shit. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking like maybe if you you just nair earlier. Basically, like if you soft hit this first nair, it's fine. Like it's probably gonna kill anyway. So maybe you do the nair really early here. So like if he air dodges through, then like you already can start drifting back to the left like a lot sooner, and then you can still cross them up. That's just what I kind of got from that. Okay. Oh, he did a bad fall through. Wait. And you're just having to get cool. But yeah, I think Armada does a soft nair specifically for that in that situation. I feel like I've definitely seen like because you can hard nair, but like the soft nair basically accomplishes the same thing just because Marth sucks at recovering in that percent with no double jump. Fox. Okay, this match is probably somewhat more within my realm. Yeah, I personally have a really hard time against people who keep switching characters, and it just so happens that Taylor is like, he's kind of sitting like I don't mind when it's just like two characters, but when he's jumping between like Sheik and then like I have Skittles jumping between like Marth and Sheik and Ices and Puff and Mario, it's just like it's so frustrating. I hate it. Let's see. Ow. Good start. Oh god, Fox is so fast. Kind of awkward. Okay, perfect. I always like talking about the perfect melee solution here. It's actually to stand still. So, dash attack barely hits. He goes on the platform, or the correct answer is dash to the right. This is kind of funny. Dashing to the right beats runoff and it beats the short hop, but it loses to him dropping through. So like that's why I think that's why you rolled. It's because if it gets dropped through. But kind of funny. I always like it when like the weird option like dashing forward here is correct, but it is just because like with the dead zone or whatever, there are two areas where you can safely stay outside the range. It's this one, which is a lot more standard, and this one, which is not so standard. So that's kind of an idea. I think it's pretty. I don't really think there's too much reason for you to believe that he would do runoff here instead of drop through. So I don't really blame you for not doing it, but technically, you know, I would say this is just something to keep at the back of your head, like, oh yeah, if I think he's running off, then I can also kind of sit here. Just a thought. Okay. Yeah. That's probably a mistake. I don't think you meant to pop fair here. Unless you, or maybe I was reading a double jump, I guess, but I think it's unlikely. Good. That all looked fine and dandy to me. Yeah, he's got a ledge. I don't know how you really cover a ledge in the spot. I guess you just like start flow canceling, or like you just start floating right there. Because you don't have to go to the turn, right? If you're floating, you can still attack. Oh, that sucks. The lip. Oh, fuck. Actually, it might have been better if you stayed on a random. If you stay on a random, like, turn around and, like, down... Or, like, you down smash here, or, like, you turn around forward tilt or some shit. That'd be crazy. Trading. Alright, yeah, let's see trading here. Do you... Oh, I guess in that spot. What am I talking about? Yeah, like, trade right there, yeah. Damn. Good DI. Another ledge. Yeah, probably still. Because I don't think you can... I don't think turnip does anything to... maybe this is to cover side B, I guess, but, like, you end up losing a lot. I guess I understand, like, if you're covering ledge, or, yeah, you can cover ledge, like, you can't really cover the on-stage options, but, like... Kind of... You still have to show them that card that you can handle it, too. Damn, random. Such a nuisance. Yeah, exactly. Anything else that. Oh god. No, nah, dog. Nah. 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 I think you have the right idea going for to back air here, and like, it's probably fine to do back air. I think you're in position to where you'd much rather, like, especially Peach, like, you probably want to get grab here instead, because, like, back air doesn't guarantee, right, like, he rolls out here, right, so, like, if you get grab, like, it's more guaranteed, I think. Granted, it is Yoshi's, and, like, if you up throw, like, he's just going on the platform, and maybe that's too hard to follow up anyway, so back air into down smash is better. I don't know. My instinct says, like, soft hit here, or, like, hitting him and not knocking him down into, like, dash dance grab is really strong. But maybe like up throw is like not the best reward here anyway. So yeah, here you gotta have to like, if you're under this zone that we talked about already, if you're like, or I guess it looked more like it's closer like that. Yeah, that line instead. If you're in the zone, you kind of have to respect it, and you kind of have to just hold shield. You can't. I mean, if you're dashing like in here, like you're gonna get hit. So that's what happened here. So, oh god, I already forgot the scenario. I don't know why. I think Twitch is like stream, or is like there's like a big delay between me and the streamers right, or the viewers right now. There's usually not that big of a delay. Unless you're talking about this scenario. Oh, wait, are you talking about the float there, maybe? Maybe that's the one you're talking about? I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't really know what you meant there. But yeah, here, I just... Okay. Here, I think you just kind of have to hold shield, basically. Like, you don't really have a choice. Like, either that or, like, go what I talked about earlier and, like, start dashing here instead, right? So, like, instead of dashing back, go here and dash in this direction. But maybe I think you're still looking for a drop through, and that's why you dash back here. That sucks. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think you can up air the drill technically, but like, it seems kind of difficult because it seems like it's so hard to get. Okay, from this position at least. So like from this distance from each other, it's really hard to like full hop. If you're both jumping at the same time, at least it's like to full hop outside the range of like a full hop aerial, or for this, he does full hop drill. It seems like it's just like too close to where like you can feel safely like be outside the range where you can just like float cancel fair like the landing. So you might have to narrow up tilt it. Like this is probably like a trade scenario, right? Like especially with drill, like you want to trade with drill all the time if you can. Well, speaking of trading with drill. Nice, that was really good. I honestly only learned recently that the Peach Nair hitbox like actually gets like that, and that her hitbox is like that. So like before I would be mind blown if you got that like a month ago. It's like I just didn't realize the hitbox hit like that. You reverse pay? The fuck? I'm just getting blown away by hitboxes. Peach is stupid. It's crazy to go for reverse back in there. Yeah, okay, you're both for shield drop there. This is something you're just gonna have to develop a little bit over time, but Taylor does a shield drop, so technically you don't have to respect options like that. Just throwing that out there. He might learn soon, but he hasn't practiced it. And it's been like over a year since we told him to start practicing it, so I think it's in your favor for him to not. It's very bizarre playing it to unlearn how to play around it too. God, how did the snare work? Yeah, I just like read your time, whatever. All this seems like pretty like not that. Yeah, he just like read. You just ran in. Okay, the first one you came down with, and the second one he like read your full hop backwards. Oh yeah, lucky. Oh dang, you did a good punish. How long are we moving this? Oh, it's already halfway. That's not bad. Oh. This dash attack, I think. There's been kind of a repeat issue. Like, I think this dash attack again is like necessary to like cover them dash again. But I feel like with both Marth and Fox, it seems like you're gonna have a lot more luck to just let him come in and just whiff grab, like punish with just grab, like a dash dance grab, instead of like going for this preemptive this dash attack. Yeah, like that could have been up there too, I guess. Yeah, it just seems like you're not really. It's correct to assume that this option is good and like that you need to do it whenever someone's dashing in, but you also need to take the context of the set and realize that he hasn't really dashed in on you super like a lot. I feel like a lot of your dash attacks have been more like catching him jumping out of shield, or him like just whiff punishing with dash attack, or like kind of catching a dash back. But there's been so few like dash in situations, and I think you kind of once you like experience that enough that you kind of need to like, you know, push aside that and focus more on the option he's actually picking, which is more full hop spam and like shit like that. Like the past two, basically like the last stock, I think like most interactions were just like him reading your full hop and dealing with your float. So like that's probably closer to where you need to be. You need to realize that you're getting more success out of like dashing back a bunch and like whip punishing his full hops with the grab and shit, and then focus on that. I think you'd have a lot more success. Oh. You did the right thing. Dang. Oh, hello, Beam Sword. And we're gonna pay. I'll pay like just like watch for the rest of the set. Like look how much the interactions are gonna be based on him jumping as opposed to him dashing in. From now on. I'll like quickly see if like I miss anything of this stock. Whatever, yeah. I mean, that might have been almost exaggeration because I know his fox likes to jump a lot, but yeah, we'll see how even the other characters fare. God. All right, Sheik. Jump. 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 We jump. We jump. We jump. See that? And you got the whip punish here. Jumpy, 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 jump. Oh, he's so dead. Yeah. Okay, use down potential shield. And see, this game has been all like you hard punishing these jumps, and like it's gone a lot better. Damn, that's fast. Yep. And there's not, so far there's not been a lot to say. Quick thing, if you're over 100%, like it is true that you're supposed to do the raid to get up early, but like, so he jumps over here, and so he doesn't have like that many mix-ups, or that many different timings. I mean, you could tell you got a bump too. For some reason, like I knew ahead of time that it was better to roll here. I kind of can't articulate why I like to do ahead of time. It has something to do with the double jump time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think you're supposed to do roll here just because, like, even if he goes low and does, like, he tries to, like, a Sammy style up B, like, well, I mean, he might be able to grab it anyway. I don't know, I guess, like, maybe I'm just, like, maybe I'm just wrong and, like, it's actually really hard to tell that you're supposed to roll there, and you're just, and it's just because, like, the situation happened to be where if you rolled, you would have won the situation that I'm saying that I do. It would have been probably different if I was in that spot too. Okay. Boop. Oh wow, surprise. Damn. Oh wow. Okay. Oh. Okay, here, up air, when you know that you can't follow up, this is usually a spot where, like, especially against Sheik, like, I'm just committed to covering the landing option because I know Sheik sucks at coming down. Granted, Peach doesn't have the best, like, tools either to combat, like, most of her stuff coming down. Unless, like, you're just talking about, basically, you're just, like, you mainly get in position. Or you're too high percent crouch cancels, like, and it's awkward because, like, there's only a top platform, which is, like, a really unique shark sequence. Yeah, here I would basically, I would be in position to where if he lands without double jumping, then you're ready to punish, and then the same positioning would also cover him double jumping because he has to double jump above a platform, and if he falls on the platform with aerial, then you're going to be in position to also punish that. Granted, it's also important to do this nair sometimes too, to, like, make sure he keeps double jumping, because sometimes maybe they'll get really confident and they'll, like, come down and, like, hard target your, like, positioning with a fair, with, like, or, like, full drift fair, and that can be this is a best of 3. Holy shit! I just realized. I thought it was a best of 5. Thank God. But yeah, so doing the nair is important too, but, like, yeah, like, it should also, like, you know, be in good positioning, and then also, we also, blah, 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 sorry. You're supposed to do the early nair sometimes because if they hard target you, like, your positioning, then you need to do the early nair to, like, encourage them to jump again. It's kind of RPS, but usually it's good to just, like, maintain positioning here and, like, either force her to land with a bad aerial and dash attack her, or make her double jump, land on top platform and shark her, or, like, just keep good positioning on her. He did wave land, so, like, I wasn't gonna be wrong no matter what, but. Oh, you might have pissed him off. You might have lost because you talked to the crowd. I didn't know you did that. He usually doesn't get that pissed off when you do shit like that, but, like, he might have gotten a little bit mad. Oh wow, surprised you died. Okay, let's see. Oh, were you? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so let's see this nair. Yeah, here, you do the snare because of this jump. Right here. Or, sorry, this jump. Because he jumps backwards, you're assuming his drift is going to be somewhere around here. That's why it's really important to not be super, super duper preemptive with where you want to hit someone. I understand, and, like, hitting them with a nair right here is, like, it's different than hitting them from an aerial, or with an aerial, like, down here. But against Sheik, you also have to remember, like, although she has, like, somewhat strong drift in this position, like, at the apex, like, this is what it looks like whenever she's, like, landing, or she's in this spot, right? This is probably, like, all of her drift, maybe. Let me see, like, actually what it's looking at. Yeah, that's about it. It might be more accurate to draw it more like this. And you do have to consider that whenever you see him all the way up here, is, like, he still has an opportunity to choose where he's going. Once he's, like, closer to this area, down, like, or sorry, like, right here, like, his drift at this point is a lot smaller, and, like, it can look a lot more like this. But once he's all the way up here, like, he still has a lot of choices, and that's why it's important to not commit super duper hard whenever you see someone double jumping, like, oh, okay, now's the time to attack. because you are going to get fucked up, and like you're going to overextend with this full hop nair, and then he gets this back around you, right? And then you lose center, and you lose a lot. You have to be careful. And he's like snipes you super hard here. It's not that unreasonable to jump there, honestly, but it's technically wrong. It's wrong to jump there. Once you're here, right, like you're still dash attack back, and you kind of have the ability to react, I would just dash back here. Like, don't, like, you do have to respect. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mason. I can't believe you didn't follow all the way up to this point, but thank you anyway. Yeah, like once you're here, like you do have to respect, like the only, like this is her threat zone, right? It's like this is all she has, right? And so as long as you stay outside that range, you're fine, right? So doing the jump here was just like a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, it certainly is, but like, you know, you still just kind of respect that option there. Calls it out. I felt like this is somewhat of a recurring thing. He was really good at catching. If it was like neutral and you floated, he was good at like beating it. Like with Fox, he did lots of good full hop, like short hop nairs and full hop nairs to beat this, and like now like he even does that. I feel like a lot of the set has not been super revolved around this float. I do feel like the few times where like it was true neutral, you went for this float, you got hit. So maybe have better positioning on it. Maybe just don't use it. I don't know actually, but I think it was pretty common. I don't really remember every single time it happened, so I can't say confidently that like this is a problem. But I think it's something I've noticed. You're fine. I can't believe that nair didn't hit. Damn, you lost this game? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Yeah, you kind of have to, I guess. I'm so surprised. I think it's the snare that kind of ended up screwing up a little bit. Like, okay, the main issue with the nair here is like, this is just a problem with the hitbox. Like, if this hitbox line was like this, then it would have been fine, but like, because the hitbox is like this, it's a problem, right? That's why it didn't really have that. It might have been if he went straight down, I guess, huh? Let's see. If he did back air, straight down back air, he did run off back air, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did run off. It might have worked, kind of, but maybe not even. Because, like, the downward hitbox would hit you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's just a problem with the hitbox. Maybe just because of the awareness of the hitbox not being the right spot for it, you might just have to shield here. Or, like, just not go forward with the snare. Like, you just land with the float. Land with the float and dash back. So, like, the idea with the dash back, okay, this is, like, it's pretty close, but, to play around aerial, drop through aerial, like you did, basically this nair is to cover him dropping straight through, probably, right? It might connect if you did that, or if he did do that, so, a way to also beat that, too, is if he were to go straight down, it's just to dash back, I'm pretty sure, at least. It might, I'm pretty sure it's not, her leg is not big enough. So, and if you do that, and he does run off instead, either way, you should be able to, you dash attack this one, if assuming you're actually outside the range of it, and then if he goes, like, all the way right. Like you're stuck in the corner, that sucks, but at least you don't get hit. And you don't have to shield. Like if you're over here, you have to shield. But if you're over here, you don't really have to shield. And you kind of have like an opportunity to like, because Taylor is like a jumper, he's probably do more like full hop fair to read you like full hopping out of the corner, or like maybe he'll throw in a dash attack. I don't know. Usually this is probably like the safer bet. And like in like a really high pressure situation, people really do tend to like just do the lazy back air here, the drop through back air. So that's why it's really consistent to just like be standing still or like, you know, to dash back here basically. Anyway, let's see the final skirmish. What happened? Ow. Yeah. Wow. Oh, you didn't down jump. Dude, you just took a lot of damage. Holy shit. Wow, you're dead. Very fine. Damn, you just got 0 death, dog. I can't really say much else. Like, shit. I mean, it was a bad float there, I guess, but like... Damn. What is this snare hit, though? I guess you're just reading him jumping, huh? Yeah. This down throw with DI was not the best, though. I think, okay, so... Yeah, I think the problem here was that because you got re-grabbed, at the first one, you didn't want to DI away from this one. But actually, because he's at the edge of the platform, you can DI away. So it's kind of unfortunate you got hit by this up tilt into this fair, which led to this needle. And then you got hit for that float again. And then he happened to get that, and then you tech rolled in, and he got a fair. Like, that just sucks, honestly. Like, that was just a crazy punish, honestly. Like, no other way to put it. Right, yeah. Damn, like that. Shit, like that's just. That just sucks. No other way to put it. Like. Shin posted in Louisiana Smash? But yeah. So, a few things. Taylor is a jumper. You need to center your entire game plan around being, like, punish him for being a jumper. And there's, like, a few situations where, like, I told you, like, or that you could, like, position yourself to punish him, like, with dash attack or grab instead of, like, there's 2 times, like, you full hop nared instead of, like, maintaining your positioning, and that kind of, like, ended up dropping a few scenarios. Like, a specific Peach thing, you could do full hop up air on a few of your combos instead of doing the straw hop up air, and you might have gotten more. And sometimes you should do like the short hop up air, and then, you know, force Sheik to double jump, and then, you know, punish her coming down because she sucks coming down. I don't remember a lot of the other stuff, but I hopefully went over some important things as well. And of course, I actually did not upload yesterday's session of VODs, but I will. And I might have actually not uploaded the previous session. Was it just last night? Or did I miss other VODs too? I'm pretty sure it was last night's VODs. So fucking about it. Alright. Good. Be strong. Just last night? Okay. Well, I will upload a lot of them en masse. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not tomorrow. But tomorrow night or like tomorrow morning. Or Thursday morning. But yeah. Hopefully you remember a few things. Again, one thing I always like to try to exaggerate really hard is that you're probably not going to be able to remember everything I told you, and you're probably not going to be able to perfectly remember a lot of the sequences and like what the right answers are. But as long as you can just look at a situation and be like, I remember like Magi talking about this. As long as you recognize the scenario, that's usually a huge step. Because honestly, like I tell you the right answer, but you can probably figure out yourself too. And you can, because it's just kind of like like intuition, like, oh, okay, this positioning, I know Sheik only has these options. I know it's good to like wave dash back here, or like I know that dash tech is not a good idea, or I know that Taylor full hops a lot. I think that would be a pretty big change. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I can't really think of anything else because I'm probably not going to play other games right now. But yeah, I will probably be streaming Friday, maybe not because of now. Ooh, it depends when I get home. Maybe not. We'll see. If not, Saturday, because there's no tournaments this Saturday, so it should be good. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the follow, Mason, finally. And yeah, catch you later.